My beloved son, I ask you to pause and truly listen as I attempt to unravel the threads of a life altered irrevocably by moments beyond my control. For 3 years have passed since the accident that transformed the course of my existence. 3 years since a single instant on Route 6, a careless driver under the influence, shattered not only my body but also the rhythm of my life, leaving me confined to this living room in our modest two-bedroom home on the outskirts of Milford, Pennsylvania, a place where the Susquehanna River winds relentlessly passed the edges of town, and where the air always carries the faint scent of liniment, medicine, and the lingering weight of memory. A home that once echoed with laughter and casual conversations, now filled with the quiet hum of the television, the clinking of pill bottles lined neatly on the coffee table like small sentinels keeping watch, and the steady presence of a wheelchair that marks the boundaries of my existence. Boundaries that Ethan, my 20-year-old son, navigates with unwavering care. His tall, strong frame a constant reassurance against the fragility I now inhabit. A young man who bears the legacy of absence, not only of his father who left before his full presence could be felt, but also of a mother who once moved freely through life, handing out plates of meatloaf at the diner, exchanging smiles for tips. Moments that now seem as distant as another lifetime, yet in this present, surrounded by muted colors and the soft glow of afternoon light filtering through the curtains, there is Ethan, embodying a quiet strength that reassures me in ways words cannot. A boy who became a man faster than the world intended, forced into responsibility by circumstance. His hands hardened by work in the garage, where he tinkers with engines and tools, seeking solace in mechanical certainties rather than emotional complexities. And yet it is here, in these small, ordinary interactions, that the depth of our bond reveals itself, a bond that is both sustaining and fragile. As I watch him move with precision, lifting the weight of my legs onto the couch, adjusting blankets, checking braces, attending to my needs with a patience and attentiveness that is both humbling and deeply touching. His green eyes, so like his father's, conveying meaning without a single word. And I am reminded that even in my reduced state, in my dependence, there is a sense of connection that anchors me to the world, a lifeline forged from care, persistence, and mutual respect. And as I sit beneath the gentle hum of the ceiling fan, feeling the afternoon sun warm the room in slow, deliberate strokes, I recall the ordinary routines that once defined me, walking to the diner, greeting patrons with a smile, feeling the bustle of a life that was entirely mine, and contrast them with the quiet dignity of my current days, where even a simple meal requires thought, preparation, and Ethan's unwavering support. His voice cutting softly through the stillness when he asks if I have eaten, a reminder that he has grown into a young man of extraordinary attentiveness, shaped not only by the love he carries for me, but also by the trials we have endured together. And I find myself tracing the lines of his face as he moves about the room, lifting utensils, placing jars on the counter, his presence filling spaces that would otherwise echo with absence, and I marvel at the way life bends us into new forms. How trauma and care intersect to create bonds that are unbreakable in their intimacy, yet entirely innocent. A closeness that comforts without overstepping, a connection built on respect and quiet understanding. And in these moments, the past, with its vivid memories of independence and freedom, merges with the present, a testament to resilience. The human capacity to adapt, to find beauty and warmth, even in confinement, and as the days pass in a measured rhythm of morning light, garage repairs, the soft murmur of television programs, and the occasional neighborly intrusion from Mrs. Larson, whose concern for our well-being is ever present if somewhat nosy, I witness the growth of Ethan into the man he is becoming. A son who embodies compassion, patience, and steadfastness, whose shoulders carry the weight of responsibility without complaint. And in watching him, I recognize that our lives, though altered, have not diminished in value, for the love between a parent and child, the bond forged in adversity, carries its own profound significance. A significance that is felt in the quiet of evenings when the storm rages outside, thunder shaking the windows, rain lashing against the roof, and yet within the sanctuary of our living room there is warmth, a shared presence that defies the isolation that once threatened to consume me, and as Ethan sits beside me on the couch, adjusting my blankets, offering gentle guidance and steady hands, I am aware that these gestures, though small in appearance, are monumental in meaning. For they speak of devotion, of the unspoken understanding that has evolved between us, an understanding that neither of us needs to articulate aloud, and in that space I am able to reflect on the accident, on the body I lost, the life I thought I had forfeited, and yet find solace in the fact that through Ethan, through his patience, care, and unwavering attention, I have found a new form of existence, a life marked not by independence alone, but by interdependence, mutual respect, and the quiet pride that comes from witnessing someone grow into their fullest potential under your watchful eyes. And as I watch him in these small domestic rituals, washing dishes, reaching for a jar of sauce, wiping his hands on a towel, glancing up with an encouraging smile, I feel a profound gratitude that is sometimes overwhelming, a gratitude that brings tears to my eyes as I consider the fragility of life. The suddenness with which circumstances can shift, and the unexpected blessings that emerge from trials. And when neighbors like Mrs. Larson come by, commenting on Ethan's dedication, I smile faintly, aware that while outsiders see only the surface, the depths of our relationship are hidden in quiet glances, in unspoken conversations, in the gentle but firm care he provides, and I marvel at the resilience of the human spirit, the capacity to love, support, and nurture even when the world has taken so much away, and in the evenings, when the storm subsides and the sun sets over the Susquehanna River, casting golden light across the walls of our Milford home, I sit with Ethan beside me, sharing the comfort of silence, the reassurance of presence, and in these moments, I realize that while life may never return to what it once was, there is a profound beauty in what we have now, a beauty defined not by independence or freedom alone, but by the enduring strength of family, the quiet courage it takes to adapt, and the unwavering love that binds us together. And as I drift into reflection, listening to the soft hum of the fan and the distant call of evening birds, I am filled with hope that despite the shadows of past pain, we have created a life that is meaningful, rich with connection, and sustained by the extraordinary presence of a son who has become my anchor, my companion, and my inspiration, a young man whose growth, care, and resilience remind me daily that love manifests in many forms, that strength is often found in gentleness, and that in our shared journey through the aftermath of tragedy, we have discovered not only survival but a renewed sense of purpose, a testament to the human capacity to endure, adapt, and ultimately flourish. And in this quiet, sunlit room on the outskirts of Milford, Pennsylvania, amidst the echoes of memory, the scent of moment, the lines of pill bottles, and the steadfast presence of a wheelchair, I know with certainty that the essence of life is not measured by what has been lost, but by the bonds we nurture, the care we give, and the moments of connection that illuminate even the darkest passages of our days. A truth I carry in my heart every time I look at Ethan, and a truth that ensures that together we can continue to face whatever storms, literal or metaphorical, come our way, strengthened not only by love, but by the knowledge that in each other we have found a home, a sanctuary, and a reason to persevere. Every sunrise a reminder of resilience, every shared glance a testament to the power of familial devotion, every simple act of kindness a reflection of the extraordinary human capacity to transform pain into strength. And in this ongoing narrative of survival, care, and quiet triumph, I find both solace and purpose, and know that no matter what the future holds, we will navigate it together, bound by trust, gratitude, and the unshakable bond of mother and son, who, against all odds, have found in one another the courage to continue, to hope, and to embrace the life that remains rich with meaning and sustained by love.